What's up, guys? It's your boy J-Mecha here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is Hazoret Storm. So first, big shoutouts to Swahili. Played him in the league. I was playing my trusty white weenie deck, and I was 4-0, looking for yet another 5-0. And at the time, I literally had not lost a single match in league with white weenie. And then I come across this deck. It was basically, I mean, I've seen Storm decks. I've built so many Storm decks in Pain Dreadful's history. So uh, when he played like this, like I'll look for myself. Okay, I'm getting a combo somehow, and then he went like Seething Song into like Hazard's Undying Fury, and all of a sudden I was like super dead. It was crazy. I ended up losing the match too. It was like a really close 2-1. It was really crazy because I remember in the third game, I feel like I was going to kill him. Like he barely had enough storm to like kind of get me to one, and I was able to like kind of come back, and I got back to like I would say like somewhere around between 18 and 20 life, and then he killed me. Then and then he killed me again. So it was so insane, and I think he ended up actually 5-0ing that league, and this is about a day. This is a day ago from this recording. So, and if you want to see his original list, by the way, just look in the description below this YouTube video, and you'll see it. You can check out the link, but I've kind of made my own little changes, and cause I've been like so enamored by it. I think the deck is busted. I took it to my own league. I played a couple leagues with it and kind of tinkered around with like kind of my own ideas. So this is just my version of his list. But again, big shout out to Swahili. He was the originator of this list, and you want to check out his original list, check the description below. We're gonna run through this real quick. Let's start with the lands here. This land base was like really, I think, like tough. He had Swahili had a bunch of non-basic, so they're like red, blue, red non-basics basically. But I think you really need to black in this deck. So I took from one of my other lists, my Locket Storm list. I had Vivid Crags and then Sunken Hollows. The thing about Sunken Hollows, I kind of need to play a bunch of basics, so I'm running actually 5 each islands and mountains here. But I'm also playing Evolving Wilds, which is a little kind of like dicey in a sense. Sometimes you have one color and you kind of need the other, so Evolving Wilds kind of helps with that. But it also just helps thin the deck just very slightly for Undying Fury, because you don't want to really hit lands with that. So I think this is about the best the mana base can get. I'm not really sure, but it's the color scheme is literally like split between blue and red, and you kind of need blue red like really early. So this is about the best I think I can do here. Everything else is basically a 4 of, so we'll just kind of go through it. Locket of Yesterdays and Goblin Electromancer kind of work as like the cost reduction of Storm. You really there's actually only one ritual, which is Seething Song. Technically, Frantic Search is a ritual if you have like the correct cards, but Locket and Goblin makes the deck kind of tick. You just kind of do things a lot earlier, which is really good. Peer Through Depths was missing from Swahili's list. I think it's like really good. You just kind of need basically your game plan is to find either Seething Song or a Fury or both together, and Peer Through Depths is just that. The only thing it doesn't hit is lands and these cost reduction thingies here, so it kind of stinks. Like I would play Anticipate if I had the room, but just kind of given how the deck is kind of performs, you can't really play Anticipate. You kind of just at some point you need kind of like raw card drawing, which we'll get to in a little bit. Nagging Thoughts, another sort of like fuel engine for Locket here. It looks for lands, if you can discard with Frantic Search, it kind of is like a free storm in a sense. Kind of just I do cards. I think it's just a little bit deeper. This could actually be Anticipated. Now that I think about it, I'm just like sitting here mulling over it. But it's good with. I think like this is actually better than Anticipated for Locket. But I'm actually literally thinking about it. I didn't really think about just replacing this card. No, I think it's fine. I think Nagging Thoughts are probably fine. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should try Anticipate. Should I? I don't mind. I don't hate Nagging Thoughts, but Anticipate would help a lot. I'm just gonna like change this out right now. You know what? Let's just try Anticipate today. But anyways, in the sense that like this card, whatever card you put in the slot, will basically look for whatever you need, whether it be lands or other thingies. So yeah, I'm gonna try Anticipate over Nagging Thoughts. It's not like just having the discard effect over like Pirate's Pillage and Frantic Search for the next couple of cards that kind of add mana. That is kind of useful in a certain sense, but I think like just having an overall thing to find either lands or these thingies are pretty good. So I'm gonna try to Anticipate this run. I've never done that before. I never just kind of changed my mind on the snap while recording a video. I'm gonna keep going too. Frantic Search, great storm card. It's only one of the few good free spells. Draw 2 this card too. once you have like Electromancer or a Locket with a Frantic Search in your graveyard, it starts generating a lot of mana. So and that's what you really want. Generates mana, makes Storm, and draws you cards. You can just like filter through your extra lands if you need to. Seething Songs are only actual ritual. Luckily, we have red spells to cast because the Fury costs 6, and basically, if you have 4 lands, a Seething Song, and a Fury, you can kind of just go off from there if you're just kind of lucky. Which I will just try all the time, but if you have Electromancer, you can do it turn 3. You just go turn 2 Electromancer, Seething Song, Fury, and you're off to the races, hopefully. But yeah, it's kind of like being a weird kind of run to play with red when your kind of main kill condition is black. But you have Pirate's Pillage here to kind of like filter your red mana. Pirate's Pillage, you do have to discard a card. It's basically like a discount. It's actually a more expensive Tormenting Voice, but with a discount in the sense that like you can filter your mana to black mana or treasures in this case. So and that has become useful. 4 Tendrils seems like a lot, but you always want to hit at least a couple with Undying Fury. Even if you hit like 2 off Undying Fury, you cost a couple spells, you probably just kill your opponent. So that's kind of nuts. Deep Analysis is kind of a concession to the fact that with Undying Fury here, you have to cast cards with converted mechanic costs 5 or less. And Deep Analysis, you can't. So that means you can't draw Treasure Crew, which is really great with Frantic Search, but crews cost like 8 mana, and that doesn't really fly with Fury. So I think Deep Analysis is the best choice. I'm actually not really sure of that. You can also play like Tidings, but Tidings cost like 5 mana, and you draw 4 cards. Technically, you draw 4 cards with this for 6 mana, so I'm not like entirely sure what's the best. So also, it does have like kind of like niche value. You can discard it with the Frantic Search or Pirate's Pillage, and you still get to draw cards later. So, but in an aggro matchups, like this card's not as great because you have to pay through like to flash it back. So, I think it's the best we have, like just given kind of the circumstances. But I'm always open to new. I'm always open to like something new here. And in course, Undying Fury is kind of like the red Mind's Desire in a sense. You just shuffle your library and just flip the top 4 cards. If they're non-land cards, you can cast them for free. There's a lot of feel-good moments with this card. There's a lot of feel-bad moments with this card. You can flip 4 spells and kind of just keep going with the Undying Fury, or you can just flip 4 lands and stop. So it's like it does its best Mind's Desire impression, which is the reason why I'm playing this deck. I think it's like so strong, just so like inherently strong, but so random. At least with like Mind's Desire, if you casted a bunch of spells beforehand and you cast a Mind's Desire, you're probably going to hit with like 6 or 7 Storm. You can hit 6 or 7 Storm, then cast a Fury, and then only hit like 4 things or 3 things. 3 is fine. 2 things would be so bad. But Mind's Desire, you can always just like hit something most of the time. Especially when you've done a lot of work just to get to the point where you can cast a Undying Fury. So, but we're gonna try it because I really miss Mind's Desire, and this is the best we got right now. Sideboard, I would say, is kind of a mess, but it's kind of like a way I kind of like sideboarding with these Storm decks. Curious Amongst This is if you ever like followed the channel here, I love playing this in my sideboards. When people board out creature removal, you just bring Homunculus. It's also a good like countermeasure towards a Slaughter game, which is very popular. Try to slaughter against your Tendrils, you just play Homunculus and try to beat them down. Temple Fisher, another good like mid-range control kind of stall technique. You can just kind of bounce to the land and just try to like go off from there. Just set them back like 5 turns. Negate and Invasive Surgery are kind of just like countermeasures. Invasive Surgery is more against discard spells like Blade of the Heart, Daughter Erasure, things like that. And Negate, it's kind of like a way to like kind of protect your sort of like Homunculus post board and kind of counter some like random spells. I'm not really a big fan of it. I was actually thinking of like Early Frost. I'm not gonna change my mind here, but I'll try Early Frost later. Maybe Early Frost taps 3 lands in an instant. So you can kind of like tap out your opponent when you're trying to go off. But it only hits like 3 lands, so I wasn't really like sure. But 3 lands is usually enough sometimes. Blink of an Eye, it's good against like permanents like Tainted Remedy, Witchbane Orb, Orbs of Warding, things that would otherwise cause you to not win the game in some sort of way. So Blink of an Eye kind of does that. Also, you can bring it against creature decks. And Slag Storm is kind of the anti-creature package. You gotta kill your own like Electromancers, you gotta be careful of that, but it's just okay, I think it's fine against White Weenie, but unless they have a Brave the Elements, but it's just kind of okay. I can see like you play like Evacuation or something like that, Whelming Wave, but I think this is just fine. You also bring in as like alternate kill condition, just kind of like burning out your opponent. I think the Swahilisis had like Electrostatic Field, which it's an 0/4 wall basically, and it like whenever you cast instant sorcery, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, which is pretty good. It could be like another alternate kill. I kind of like cut that package though. I didn't think it was like worth it. I thought the Funkyos was just better overall. I have just more experience with Monk, so I went with that. So we're actually gonna play in a tournament today. So you get at least four um matches here, maybe more if I make top eight or top four, whatever happens there. So should be fun. Let's see if I can just kind of get nuts with the Undying Fury here. All right, round one. Let's get it. Um, basically, if I draw two lands, it's really good. This hand's actually fine. I don't know my opponents. I'm gonna keep it. I'm on the draw. I could draw like a an Electromancer, and that'd be like really good. Lumbering Falls, so that's a good sign. We'll start with the red source. I don't have a red source right now. A lot of lag there. That's weird. Okay, I was gonna play the Song in Hollow, but since I have like a second non-basic or basic, I can just wait for the Hollow here. This is potentially a turn four hand, depending. My opponent hasn't done a single thing yet, so that would just be waiting for me. Sometimes in this situation, you use your Frantic Searches as like baits for like counter spells. He's gonna Frantic Search. He's probably playing Madness, I would say. So I could look for like Rune Snags and other stuff. Rune Snags, Memory Lapse. Those are all the cards. Arrogant Worm, sure, sure. Luckily, this deck does not have Circuit Logic anymore. That card is good. It's a speed 4/4. So drew two cards. I guess he's just not doing it. He's probably holding up a billion spells. Well, I mean, I'm gonna try to do something. Actually, I want to pillage. I mean, just like pillage here. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Pillage to land. I can see he's getting countered. I want to bait these counter spells. Okay. I can also just like YOLO it, really. I had nothing. That's crazy. It's also gonna be a bluff. Okay, I have a second Fury, so I might as well just go for it here. I actually pay for a Root Sag, actually. I didn't go for a Frantic Search first. I didn't want to get countered randomly. I don't want to discard any of my cards, too, to be honest. Flash of Wills? Forbid with buyback. Oh, what the? Why is he like this card? Holy moly! Okay. Just don't know what we're dealing with. He's playing Crush of Worms. Does he think he's gonna flash this back? It's 12 mana. I have the Baby Storm here. He's just gonna hold up like multiple forbids. I do want to like look at my just want to sift through this. Technically, try to like double tendrils in here. No, that's like a lot of mana. I do want to like. I think I want at least single tendrils. Which means I have to like discard this peer through depths. Yeah, I mean like I want to single tendrils them down and tendrils them again later. I think I'll just wait for the Fury, right? What if it's just Seething Song and then just like and then just tendrils? Let's just test him. Pretty bad. It's just kind of tough because I'm not gonna fight through the forbid. Like at least two more forbids. Have it. Okay. Counters one of them, I win. Actually, short. Because he could actually counter one of these. I would be short. I'm short no matter what. He's just gonna let it happen. Okay. You can just actually continue. You can just counter one of these. Tag one. Okay. Well, I told you I had Rune Stag. This will buy a bit of time. Until I get my hand back up. I just like jam the Fury if I draw a land. Locket. I should just save the locket. I might counter it though. Basically, I'm just gonna play every spell and hope he counters something for no reason. He actually has no reason to counter anything. I could have actually anticipated 4 tendrils. Maybe I could have won the game there. No. Sounds like Peer Through Depths. Sounds like Peer Through Depths. Not sure what I'm trying to find here. It has this counter spell. Where's the tendrils? I'm not sure if it's good enough right now. I get to play another spell. I if I draw any other spell I can play, I think I just win. No. You just wait. It's literally just holding forbid. If he draws another blue swords, it's really bad for me. I'm just gonna like cast this next time. I kind of. Wait, did I have a Fury in my graveyard? I did. Oh yeah, that's right. I casted a Fury already. Um, wait. I cast another Locket, then the Fury costs 3, and then yeah, the Locket isn't free because I don't have one in my graveyard. Let me just do this. Okay, let's try this. This costs 3. This will cost nothing. 2. Counters this, I win. Oh, this costs 4. It costs 4. I'm actually short. It's gonna counter it. I think. F it. You only counter one of these. Yay, Storm and Plus he has double Rune Snag. If he has double Rune Snag, that's good. Okay. Just jam a bunch of tendrils. That's it. That's it. Just jam all the tendrils. So he has a billion counter spells. I actually don't like playing counter magic against this kind of style, but I will try it. Actually, gonna take out all the lockets because they're blue green. I wouldn't like try to play removal spells. I actually don't like Fury in the control matchup, or the matchups where like gonna have like a bunch of counter spells. It's just like really bad to get your like to put all your eggs on the basket and then. Hey Lawrence, what's up? I just want to cut a land, honestly. I always love cutting lands. I'm gonna cut Anticipate. But yeah, I'll cut like a Fury. I'll cut at least one Fury in this matchup. And at least an Anticipate. God, this hand's like almost keepable. This hand's like almost keepable. You know what? Screw it, I'm gonna keep. You with the 5. Bottom. God. God. Oh god. I kept one-landers before. This is like a busted one-lander. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, he has 2 lands. Okay, we'll leave with Homunculus. That's the worst one. No Justice? No, this is all Justice. It's called Calculated. No, this was completely calculated. There is justice in this. It's called like knowing what your limits are. Oh god, he's not drawing any lands. We'll play another Electromancer. Just, why not, really? No flash blocks. Okay, I'm gonna try to kill him. How do I start this? Probably Seething Song first. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. This is the best chance to try to kill him. Some people just concede when I start doing things, which is really bad. But good draw. I'm gonna discard the Deep Analysis. Okay, and now I have like. Now I have a bunch of like. I'll look. Play this land. Depths. The Pillage. Pillage is alright. Pillage makes more black mana. I'll discard. Kind of discard the Seething Song. actually. I don't need a bunch more mana. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, well, let's do this. Fury! Woohoo! Alright. You want to always do the storm count last, because these all go in the stack at the same time, so you always want to put this basically first. It's kind of like first, so... But because you're casting them all at once. He's actually dead on board. I want to see as like a... I think she's dead to the second tendrils in my hand. He's super dead. He's just already dead. It's over. It's over.